What is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening. This is Behind the Days. This is episode number 5. I really appreciate you guys showing up, for listening, for supporting the show. I know I said thank you guys a lot in the intro, but I really do mean it. I really do love the support and appreciate it. Thank you guys. So, with that being said, let's just dive on into it, baby. Let's go. With the end of the year coming around the corner, baby, we got a few more days left. There's a couple things that I really look forward to. Christmas being one of them. Mom's birthday being another one. The last one happened a couple weeks ago. The rewind. From Apple Music and Spotify. I know those two do it. I think Apple just started it, or a couple years ago they started it. But I love it. With me being a music like fanatic, not fanatic, but a big music head, I like to see the data, the stats that I got, and how many minutes I've listened to music, who my favorite artist was, my most streamed song, all that jazz. I love to know it. Yeah, music has played a huge part in my life. I mean, just this year, I've listened to 31,420 minutes of music. And that was like a couple weeks ago, too. So that's not even an accurate number. Which kind of confuses me about at least the Apple Music rewind, because that's who I have. Their rewind happens in November, but they still got the whole month of December. So those stats could change quite a bit if you actually think about it. If you all of a sudden find a new artist that you listen to, and you listen to them the whole month of December, then the numbers are gonna vary. Oh God, sorry. Yawning today a lot for some reason. I'm not even tired. But yeah, it's enough to say that music plays a huge part of my life. I've always loved music, and not just like rap music and music that's on the radio, but like actual music too. Like I've done choirs, I've done different bands, I've done like church programs. I've done everything. I've done marching band, performed in like football arenas. Like I've done everything that I could with music, in my opinion, that I want to. You go for like a music teacher, but I'll pass on that. I love my music teachers that I had, but I couldn't do it. But no, music is just a huge part in my life. If I'm not in the car listening to music, I got my headphones in. I'm listening to music. If I don't have my headphones in and I need to listen to music or something, I'll put it on the speaker on my phone. Yeah, I'm one of them annoying people. I'll play it loud so everybody can enjoy my music. I don't know. I just feel like if there was no music, life would be boring. Because I got certain albums that I can listen to from top to bottom and just picture where my life was at that time when that album came out. Like there's an album that Drake dropped in like 2015, 16. Nothing Was the Same. I think that was the one with him in the clouds, like his head in the clouds. And then I think there's another album cover with him and a little kid. Or not him and a little kid, but him as a little kid. with their heads in the clouds. I could listen to that song top and bottom and tell you exactly where I was in my life. I was in high school. I was late freshman, early sophomore year. Yeah. It came out, I want to say, like September, October, somewhere around there. But it's a good album. It's a good album. I could listen to that thing and just reminisce all day long. Um, it's a great album. But without music, though, life would be boring just for that reason. Music is like a timepiece. I know people say movies are timepieces too, but you can't watch the same movie multiple times and get the exact same feeling you had since the first time you listened to it. Like, you get tired of movies. Dude, I don't understand why I'm yawning so much. I'm sorry. Um I'm not even tired, to be honest with you. It's annoying. I don't know why I'm yawning. Someone please tell me, how can you stop from yawning? Because I feel like I'm yawning like every 20 seconds and it's getting on my nerves. But music is like a time capsule, though, because like I said with the Nothing Was the Same album, I can listen to that and figure out where I am in my life, or where I was in my life when I was listening to each one of them songs. And different highlights pop up with certain songs. Like, there's like maybe 3 of those songs that I used to sing to people on the bus at school. And then there'd be a couple others that I would just jam out to, just sing or drive fast or whatever the vibe may bring me when I was listening to those songs. But I just feel like music makes the world go round. Music brings people together in an odd way, because if you go to a concert, let's say, okay, and it's for a well-known person, you and let's say 20,000 other people, you're at an outdoor show or something, okay? Scenario here. You and 20,000 other people, after this commercial break, oh my god. You and 20,000 other people come to see this show, okay? And with that being said, you relate to all of those people because you and them like the same artist. So you relate to each other in a certain way because of that artist. Music just, I feel like it just brings people together. Like, I was writing this outline for this episode last night. I was listening to classical music. Like, I didn't want to have any songs with words in it, because me being me, I would analyze the song more than I would focus on the task at hand. Focus on whatever needed to get done. And so that's what I did. I put on some classical music, like Mozart, Beethoven. I don't know if it was them specifically. I just went to classical on Apple Music and hit shuffle. But it was great. I got it done. I actually got a couple done, so that's fantastic. I don't know. Like I said, without music, I feel like life would be boring. I listen to all kinds of music. Country. I don't do any screamo, like, rock, just because it doesn't attract me. Does not attract me whatsoever. But that's besides the point. I just like music. I like to see how music's put together, like looking at a score. You can see where the flutes come in, where the violins come in if you're in an orchestra, or where the cellos come in, or where the bells come in. When I was in high school, we had to do that for marching band. We had a list of basically our music, and we had to memorize it top to bottom. Now, I sucked at memorizing the music. I kind of just played it by ear, if I'm going to be honest with you, and just kind of added things when I was told to add things. I'd look at it just to follow along, but I really had no idea where I was. And just that experience, just being in a band where you have to, like, be on your P's and Q's, it was stressful, but it was fun. It was probably some of the best times I've ever had in my life. I absolutely loved it. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Absolutely, I'd do marching band again. It was fun. It took a lot of time. A lot of time. A lot of time. But it was fun. Definitely worth it. I did middle school band. I did band in elementary school too. That was like for 1 year, and then you graduated to middle school. But it was great. I loved it. I remember the first time I got my very first drum set. I was like 3 or 4 years old. My parents bought me one of them little tyke ones that have like 2 toms and like 1 cymbal in the middle. If I can remember, I will put a picture right here, if you're watching this, of what it looks like. Hopefully it pops up right here. If it doesn't, then I'm just pointing at nothing. And if you guys are listening to this, it has 2 toms, like 2 top drums, 1 middle cymbal, and a foot pedal. And that was basically it. I'm trying to picture it in my head. I think that's it. And it was blue. Dude, I played with that thing until it broke like 2 weeks later. That thing had no shot. And then after the little Tykes drum set, I graduated to PVC pipes and buckets. I did that for 4 or 5 years, if that. Maybe 3 years. I did that before I bought my first actual drum set. Yeah, so I'd play on PVC pipes, and buckets and stuff, like I was in Stomp. I don't know if you guys or if you guys were in school when they brought Stomp in, but they'd beat on the trash cans, like the Blue Man Group, basically. We would do that, or I would do that, and I would make the noises. I just pictured in my head that I was drumming to it, and it'd be awesome. Rocking on PVC pipes. God, that's a tongue twister. PVC pipes and plastic buckets. Great times. And then after I got done with that, one day my dad and I were driving into our neighborhood, and there was a drum set sitting on the side of the road with a sign on it. Dude, I was ecstatic. We stopped. We looked at it. Free. I think it was free. Free, or it was like $20, something like that. Dude, I bought that baby immediately. Took it home. Set it all up. Dude, I was drumming by the night. Man, oh man, oh man. I absolutely love it. I still have my very first drum set. Not the little Tykes one. We had to throw that one away. But I still have the one that was like free, or $25 or something, that was on the side of it in our neighborhood. I don't think I will ever get rid of that. That was a great time. That was the start of a whole new love. I love it. Now I have a really nice drum set. Don't ask me what kind or anything like that, but because I don't know. I'm not that big into it. I just kind of bought it. Bought it because I could, and I did, and it's awesome. I just need a double bass pedal now. I really want to get a single double bass pedal, which is it has two, but you can only have one pedal. I don't have the best hand-eye coordination for a double bass pedal. It's pretty challenging. Um, but music, just in general, has just played a massive part in making me me. Because there's good, like, learning tools in music, whether that be someone made a mistake and they got in some trouble and this is how they fixed it, or someone's building a business. Let's take the late and great Nipsey Hussle. Okay, he's a rapper. Okay, most people when they hear rapper, they think drugs, guns, illegal activity, all that stuff. Granted, that's the name of the game. That's the rap game. But I feel like Nipsey is someone who's different. He may talk about that in a couple of his songs. He definitely is affiliated with the Crips, or was affiliated, RIP. But I feel like he has done so much just for the music industry. Not to take this the wrong way, but like the black community in his neck of the woods, taking care of those people over there, and just kind of shedding light. Like, hey, there's a way out. Just hustle, do your thing, and just make money. Just stay focused, grind, hustle all the way. Life's a marathon. That's his saying. Not saying, but that's his brand, the marathon. Like, he preached that you're not going to get anywhere quick. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. You got to run. You got to challenge yourself. You got to build the lifestyle that you want in order to get the lifestyle that you want, if that makes any sense. He's just talking about getting your money up, just being an overall good human. Yeah, he may have done some things in his past life. He may have done some things behind closed doors that no one knows about. Allegedly, these are all just speculations. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I really respect him and his music and what he has done. I feel like people tend to discredit rappers for the good and the success that they have. I feel like there's a lot of misinterpretation with a lot of the songs. And if you actually sat down, did your research on the person and where they're coming from, I feel like people would get the full story on everything. I know that's what I do personally. If I like an artist, or if I absolutely love like an album or something, I will deep dive on that artist, whoever it may be, whatever the album may be. I'll watch every interview with him. I'll watch every clip about him. I'll listen to every song. I'll look at basically their whole life, just because I want to I'm trying to think of what the word is. Just because I want to learn more about this person and their upbringing and what makes them them and all this other stuff. And I also want to know that I am investing my time and sometimes my money into an artist, into a person that I know that meets my values. Which is kind of funny to talk about values and stuff when talking about rap in the same sentence, but it's true. Like, let's take, again, the late and great Juice WRLD. In his songs, he talked about drugs and abusing them and everything that comes with that. He talked about battling his demons, his depression, anxiety, everything like that. And that's not good to, talk about. Like, talking about drugs and abusing them and stuff. But on the other hand, you're listening to an artist that is expressing himself in the way that he feels at that time with whatever situation it is. And you just got to understand that that's their point of view. That's how they see the world. And I personally, along with Nipsey, I think Juice is one of the best, like, MCs, artists, person in the world. I'm not saying he's perfect, but he is pretty freaking great. And I'm not even saying like his actions or anything like that, because his actions may have been a little shady. I don't know. Okay. I don't want to speak upon the deceased like that, but who knows? Who knows what he did or has done or not did? Who knows what he's done? Only God knows. But all I know is he made damn good music. He made me kind of look into myself more and figure out my problems, because I was going through a lot of the same stuff that he was going through, like pill addiction. Oh man, I could talk all day about that. That's no fun. And then drinking, and then the depression, and then the anxiety, and then just his feelings that a lot of people are scared to talk about. He had them open, and he was like, "This is me, accept it or not." And I really, really appreciate that, and the vulnerability that he had in his songs. And dude, his freestyling, oh my god. You guys can go look up Juice WRLD freestyle. Just go to YouTube, type in Juice WRLD freestyling, and just click on any video that you see. Dude, your mind would be blown. This man could freestyle forever. He did 2 1-hour freestyles on Tim Westwood. He did one over just old Eminem beats, and then he did another one over just some random beats that they had at the radio station. Kid was amazing. Sad we lost him early, but you cannot tell me that there is anybody else in the world, in the rap game, that can rap like Juice. Absolutely nobody. I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it, dude. I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't know. I never saw him in concert. I never got the chance to say, "Hey, thanks." Because if I would have seen him in concert, I would have definitely got the VIP passes. I for sure would have. But another artist like that, he hasn't passed yet, but NF is another artist that I absolutely love. Like, he's just like Juice. He's cleaner though. People say he's a Christian rapper. He's not a Christian rapper. He's a rapper who happens to be Christian. He says God like every once in a while in his songs. Okay, that doesn't make him a Christian rapper. He raps just about his life, about just real problems that go on in his situation. And there's a lot of songs there that has made me cry, has made me just freak out and just get excited because they're all hyped up, and just a lot of songs on there that make me understand uh, life a little bit more, if in a weird little way, if that makes sense. Like, you can, with music, you can learn from people's experiences and just see how they interacted with that scenario, um, or how they moved about a certain situation to either evolve out of it or just learn how to like kind of go through it basically. When I was in my one of my darkest times um, in life, NF was basically the only artist that I listened to during that time, because I felt like he was the only one that would that understood kind of how I felt. He didn't feel like the same, but it was similar. It was just like history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes. It's not going to happen exactly the same. There's going to be some different variables in each situation, but it will look familiar. It will sound familiar, and you can use some familiar steps, like what he took to get out of a certain situation, or how he moved through a certain situation so he can get out of it quicker and better. Um, I just think it's crazy just how strong the power of music is. Like I said earlier, it can gather people when they have nothing else in common. Except for that one artist, you can gather thousands, thousands and thousands and thousands of strangers, all to listen to one person. That is outrageous. That's crazy. It's crazy. And even if it's not like the person aspect, just the fact that emotionally, just how strong music is, and just the power that it can just blah, blah, blah. Brain's moving faster than my mouth right now. Sorry. It's just crazy how strong the power of music is, really. How it can bring people together, like I just said. Um, but the emotional side of it is what gets me. Like the crowds and everything. Obviously, a lot of people are going to come if it's a big artist. Like, that's kind of a no brainer. But the emotional, like, trigger it has on people is tremendous. It is absolutely mind blowing, because you you may feel it and not even recognize what it is. Like, you could be driving down on the road, and then all of a sudden a certain song comes on, and you may not even know it, but subconsciously you're like, oh shit, this is my jam, dog. Let's go, let's drive. Like, if you're driving in a car, you turn on that one song gets you going, you want to drive fast, so you go. Or you get one song and you're like, oh dude, this is a nice cruising song. So you just set your cruise control at the speed limit and you just kind of cruise, just take your time. Or maybe there's one where you got to pull over and blow your nose and wipe some tears away because it got you in your feelings. You're feeling a certain type of way, and that song was just the cherry on top. You know, it's mind blowing. Like, I said this earlier, but I'm literally getting goosebumps just thinking about just how strong the power of music is. It's crazy. It can change your whole attitude. Like, you can have songs that bring you up, you have songs that bring you down. It's mind blowing. I love music. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Um, but guys, I think that's all the jazz I have, baby. Just keep this music going. Uh, you guys live life to your own beat, okay? Don't let anybody tell you what to do, what not to do. It's your life, so enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening to today's episode of Behind the Days. Now go live life in a happy days. Peace out. Love you. What is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to this episode. This is recorded afterwards, obviously, but I just want to give you guys a little update. We did get a new website. It is happydaysco.com. It's not .co anymore. We got it changed, a new domain. It's perfect. Follow Happy Days Co. on Instagram at The Real Happy Days Co. with a period at the end of it. That's where you will find all the latest news and stuff about the brand, about new drops and all that jazz. Follow Behind the Days. Follow Behind the Days at Behind the Days Pod on Instagram, and follow this new thing that I just started, which is going to be in the next episode or a later episode. Follow the Happy Days Network at Happy Days Radio. This is something that I kind of want to start and that I'm kind of working towards. But more information on that will be provided as time goes on. This is a work in progress. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening and showing love. I really appreciate it. Go live life in a happy days. Peace, baby.